on brand and put some music in. I don't know if you want to dance. There we go.
Right.
Now, in this amateur hour. I don't know, it does it on a loop by automatically. I keep getting to turn off. But no one came here for proper entertainment.
Of course not.
Good evening, friends, except my loyal viewers, friends.
Hey, friends. How you doing, mate?
If I can turn off the loop for his, where is he?
Something you better understand, amigo. Loyalty is more important to me than money.
Yes, don't cross friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have anything for Dr. Impossible. I'll have to work on that. Roll VTN, London Weekend Television. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, the good old days of ITV.
Yes, the Thames.
Yes.
And what is it? Tower Bridge. Good evening, Jason. How are you?
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Yep.
Right. What are we discussing?
We are discussing Dempsey and Makepeace. This is the 80's action show. Or what have you done? Oh, there you go.
Made me big. There we go. There they are.
That's better.
The dynamic duo.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of American shows did cop shows, but we can do it here in the UK, and I have to say this is one of the best. This is one of the best shows we ever produced, and it's up there with a lot of 80's action shows, and it shows that we can do it, even though we've got Rover SD1.
Yes, I really enjoyed it.
But yeah, I've really enjoyed watching it again, I have to say. I haven't completed it yet. I just started the third series, but watching it again, I was massively surprised how good it really is still. And acting, stunts, storylines, everything. It's got everything I ever wanted from a TV show, and it's stood up very well. And yeah, we'll get into all the details of why it's so good. But yeah, I've really enjoyed watching it again. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I saw it originally when it came out, and then it was like 30 years before I saw it again. I watched it all in full when it came out on DVD.
Yeah,
and then again this month. But yeah, it was. Still holds up. Still great fun. Still great stunts.
Yeah, I do remember probably the last series. I think around '86. I do remember seeing episodes at that point. I mean, I would have been 4 or nearly 5 at that point. But I do remember trailers. I do remember Glynis. I do remember seeing certain clips. Of course, even at that age, I saw some beauty at that point. And remember the theme tune. Obviously, the theme tune's very iconic. And yeah, I didn't see it again for about another sort of maybe 10, 12 years. And then I think Granada Plus reran it a few times towards the 2000s, I think. And then ITV4 is still rerunning it as well. And then got the DVD. And yeah, so it's always been around. Yeah. May have smoldered a bit, but it's always been around. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only 30 episodes in the whole bloody thing for 3 seasons. And it ran. So Fran saw an episode on ITV4 recently. I was surprised how well it held up. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's still doing the rounds on that sort of daytime slot. It's constantly being rerun. And
nice.
As far as I can see, they are the edited versions. There's a lot of stuff taken out, and I did do a bit of comparison between like the DVD set and ITVX, and the runtime is a little bit shorter on some of them, and you can see that some bits have been taken out, obviously, like any blood shots or swearing or anything like that. But the interesting thing is that on ITVX, they do look really good. It looks like they have been remastered. But on the DVD, they still look a bit rough around the edges and a bit grainy, but I don't mind that. But from the looks of the DVD is uncut. It has everything intact from what I can see. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what time it was on. I think it was probably a Watershed TV show.
Probably. It might have been 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah.
And I do recall around sort of 86 and maybe 87 as well, that it might have been a 6 o'clock in the evening slot as well, towards the end, maybe. Because I do remember seeing like A-Team and then seeing Dempsey and Makepeace after it at one point. So yeah, it would have been that sort of afternoon, early evening slot that it would have got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely think so. So it's a great TV show. Yes, it is. I was trying to think of another great British action TV show, but I couldn't think of any. Is there any?
The Professionals?
Well, yeah. I suppose the 70s had it with, like I said, The Professionals and The Sweeney.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, that was probably 70s. It probably started in the 70s, yeah, and probably...
Yeah, it did run just about into the 80s, didn't it? But yeah, that was pretty much similar, but 2 blokes. But
yeah,
this was... let's have a look. Yes, it is. It's now, when I was around, as a nipper, and it was on. There was all these rumors that they didn't get on.
Yes, they do point this out on some of the interviews on the box set. They do talk about it, and I think originally maybe there might have been some tension, but just as it went on, the chemistry got better, and I think privately they probably just got on a bit better, and I think it was down to Michael said that he just took her out to the theatre one night, and that's where it started. Yeah,
yeah, because they married in 1989.
Yeah, after the show concluded, yes, and they moved back to America because Michael wanted to get back for pilot season so he can carry on acting, and they lived out there for a while, and I think they had a son as well. And then they've sort of moved back here again. So, but yeah, it's nice to see that famous couples can last, and this is a prime example that relationships can work. Yeah,
because I did think they were going to go the moonlighting route in like the third season when I watch it again and get them together, so it's more drama. But luckily,
no, they never did that. No, as far as the show went, they never actually got together. There were hints of it,
Yeah.
At the start, there's a lot of resentment and a lot of arguing and bickering, but by the end, there is mutual respect. They do care for one another, even though they might drive each other up the wall. But again, that provided good chemistry for the show. It really did, yeah.
It was. But let's see. No, it was before the watershed. There you go. So it probably was, like you said.
Yeah.
8 to 9 when it started, and then
round about that.
Lower down if it was on repeat or something. Oh, here we go. Vera Lorimer, the producer of the BBC series Blake 7, called Mrs. Barber in the series Blake 7 Mrs. Chubby Cheeks, but she turned out great in the end. Oh dear. But yeah, apparently I just found out she's in EastEnders. Well, was in EastEnders and now in Hollyoaks.
Yeah, still acting. Yes, and as far as I know, Michael's still acting now and again. I mean, I don't think.
Yeah, he's in Marvel, the first Captain Marvel, not Captain America, the first Avenger. A small part in there as a senator.
Yeah, small part in that. Doctor Who, recent Doctor Who, he was like the head of unit. I think he was doing a few episodes of that in the thousands. Yeah, and they're still both working and still sort of kicking around. They're not doing anything major, just the minor roles here and there, and
keeping up, paying the bills.
Yeah.
Good evening, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, you all right?
Sorry, I should have said good evening to Dr. Impossible and Franchise. And good evening, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
How are you? Right. So, this was a TV series, 3 seasons, 10 episodes a season, hour-ish. Well, 54, 56 minutes, depending on which one you watch.
Round about that, yeah.
Yeah. The weird thing is, season 1 started Friday, January 11th, 1985, for 10 weeks until March.
Yep.
Season 2 started Saturday, August 31st, 1985.
Yeah.
So they must have rushed. Yeah, I think they said they were working 17-hour days and stuff for the second season.
Yeah, from the sounds of the interview that they did for the DVD, they did say that the first 2 seasons were kind of done quite quickly. There wasn't really much respite. It was pretty much long days, long nights, doing a lot of dialogue, doing all the stunts. Yeah, it was pretty intense, but I think it paid off, and I think they probably enjoyed it and just had to sort of go with the flow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was well received by critics and the public, so that was nice for them. And it went on, only 2 years, because the season 3 was a year later, Saturday, August the 30th, 1986.
Yes. And there's no reason, there doesn't appear to be a reason why it stopped after 3 series. I mean, on the on another one of the interviews on the DVD, they were speaking about it on This Morning in 1997. That's what the interview is. And they said that after 3 years, because it was like Golden Films and LWT were kind of working together to produce it. And it was basically a 3-year deal. And once that 3 years had expired, that's it. They just didn't renew it. And both of them were signed up for 3 years. Contracts weren't extended. It was just supposed to be a 3-year deal. And that was it. Yeah. Because Michael also said that, because he directed the final episode.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And he said that while he was like helping out with the edits, as they were sort of just doing the final touches to it, they were already moving in stuff for London's Burning, which was going to be the next big LWT series that followed after it. Right. And that does make sense because London's Burning did start in 86. Well, I think the first TV movie was around that time. So, yeah, it was kind of, do this cop show and let's do, a fire brigade show afterwards. So, yeah.
Yeah. A woke show with a woman firefighter.
Yeah, there's no female action stars anywhere, is there? But no.
Well, it also said about Glynis. She was the only woman, pretty much. She was the only woman on set most of the time, and any of the meetings?
Pretty much, yeah. Looking at the police office SI10, there was pretty much all blokes. I remember there was like one secretary. I think there was like one woman I saw occasionally.
Occasionally,
but
yes.
it was pretty much just her, and yeah. But it just proved that women can be strong, they can be beautiful, they can kick ass.
She would kick my ass, no problem.
Definitely, and I'd say it was a bold move, and I think it paid off, and it paved the way for other action stars. And with all the silly agendas that we've got now, it just makes you roll your eyes, thinking we have lead ladies back then. Just do some research for Christ's sake. There's plenty of now.
Yes, that's the old white man. See, he hasn't checked it out. Hasn't seen the show, but we'll check it out. It's definitely right up your alley because it's filmed in the same locations as Death Wish 3. So
yeah, and that's the other thing. This was all done on location in London. There wasn't
that's really amazing.
Not much interior stuff. I think SI10 was the only sort of main office that they had, like interior wise. I think Makepeace's flat or house, whatever it was, that was used occasionally. But pretty much everything else was on location. All the landmarks are here. Mid 80s London. I mean, it's almost like up there with the Equalizer. The cinematography looks really good. They literally have the city as another character. And it's just crazy to think how much the city has evolved since then. It's great seeing all those locations. I think, oh, that's now not like that. That now looks different. And seeing, seeing parts of London without the Shard, it's really weird about it not there.
And the Docklands, which is just a rundown wasteland in the 80s and is now the hub of business for London.
It is pretty much, because going to the Comic Cons at XL, in the Docklands area, all done up, all very nice, but just seeing some of the shots that they used for that, it's just a wasteland and it's just abandoned and it's just it just shows how far it's come over.
It was a massive area of just wasteland. And then I remember when they started building in the 90s in Canary Wharf and everything, and it was deserted because no one wanted to move there or work there or anything. So it took a while for it to take off.
It did.
It is a good action TV series. Yep.
Very much so, yes.
British show. Good old fashioned British show. Now, here we go. Didn't Tony Warmby head off to the US to direct a number of big US shows like X-Files and Jag? I believe he did. I've been trying to find him because he created this and he wrote a few episodes, directed a few episodes and stuff like that. But he is off the grid at the moment.
Yeah, I did recognise that name. But after the show, that's what he did. X-Files and Jag. I do remember seeing his name on there.
Yeah, really weird. Well, good for him. You've got the DVD back there. How easy is that to get?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it is going to be out of print because Network is no longer around.
Oh, of course.
But you might be able to find some copies on eBay. There might be some on Amazon still available. But this is like the season 1 to 3 box set. All 3 are in here. I think they did release them individually as well. So you can get them individually, but this is like the main one. And this came out in 2008. And from the looks of it, the first season came out in 2006, and then second one 7, and then third one 8, and then they released it all together. And it's a pretty decent set. What you expect from Network. It does have a few issues with the picture, but due to the archive nature of the material, there are a few scuffs here and there. But I can let that pass because that's how it did originally. And there's a few interviews on here. There is an interview with Michael and Glynis from 2006, which was obviously filmed for the DVD.
Yeah,
and then there's another interview with them from 1985 on Gloria Hunniford's chat show. So that was an interview from the time. And then there's another interview with them on This Morning with Richard and Judy from 1997, and I think that was promoting, the first time it was rerun on cable digital, which was Canal Plus at that point. So, and they do talk openly about it, and they're very both proud of the show. And if you can find this set, definitely get your hands on it. There might still be some out in the wild, but
there is some on eBay. I saw the individual ones, but
and some of them might still be sealed. You might be able to get them new, but if you can find it, definitely get it. Yes, this is
the pilot is on YouTube for free, the complete double episode. Well, for showing off, I'm going to show my car.
Oh yeah, you got the cars,
I don't know. Where was the Mercedes van? Was it just generic Mercedes van for heists and stuff, or was it part of the cops? And the Ford Granada.
I don't recall the Mercedes van. I think it must have been used by the bank robbers a few times.
I think there was I remember a blue van and a robbery, but I didn't get a look at it. But because she had the Ford Escort Cabriolet, what is it? 1.6 injection, and he had the Mercedes 500 SLL.
Yeah, 2 soft tops in the middle of London. Yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah, you put it backwards and release.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't taken them out of the box yet, but the box is falling apart. But because that's not exactly true of what they had, because apparently, where is it? If I haven't moved it, Dempsey drove a 1984 Mercedes SL, white in Series 1 and 2, Series 1 and 2, and silver in Season 3, and she drove the Cabriolet, which was silver in Season 1 and 2, and diamond white in Season 3. Not that I noticed.
Yeah, and those years match up, judging by the regs on the cars. Yeah, they would have been brand new at that point. So, yeah, they would have been the latest models. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because Jag, yeah, I did enjoy Jag. We rewatched Jag before we watched whatever it, NCIS, whatever it merged country, West Washington, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Jag was a pretty good show. He's all right. There's not many.
Yeah, I like Brian Thompson. He's a good heavy. He's a good bad guy. I think I've got one of his action films. I've got Hired to Kill. I've got that on one of the arrows up here somewhere. Yeah.
I think I only know him in Fright Night 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
And Cobra, of course.
Yeah, Cobra. Yeah, you're big. And he was the bounty hunter in X-Files as well, wasn't he? Yeah.
Oh, of course. There you go. That's an X-Files link. Yeah. They are on eBay in the UK, but they were at least £10 per series.
Yeah.
I didn't look on Amazon, but I forgot my apps. The Strangers was another ITV. I don't know this one.
Nope.
No. Is it a 70s one? Because Don Henderson is in one of the episodes of Dempsey and Makepeace, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Good evening, Michael.
Hey, Michael, you
all right? Yes, I do. Yes. It's a damn shame they went down.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of shows that are going to be stuck in limbo now for distribution. Right? I don't know who's going to pick them up. Yeah. So anything that was going to be planned or released, that's going to be on hold until... Because there were plans to maybe do Dempsey and Makepeace to have it fully remastered in 4:3 in full HD, but I'm guessing that's not going to happen now. But yeah, I mean, but the only way to see them like that is on ITVX. But even then, they're still edited on ITVX, so it's kind of yeah.
I guess that's the yeah. You can check out the pilot free on YouTube and see if you like it, because it hits the ground running. So
it really does. Yeah, it's a good pilot. It's a good opening. Yeah, it's almost feature length, really, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just double episode. I think it is like an hour and a half, but it's definitely
because I never saw the first episode originally. I remember when ITV re-showed it. It was around 1998, because I remember LWT was celebrating their 30th birthday that year. And they were doing a series of, specials every weekend showing old stuff. And one of them was Dempsey and Makepeace. And they showed the pilot episode on a random Saturday in the afternoon. And that's when I sort of saw that. Oh, I remember that show. And by then I would have been 15, 16. So, it was great to see it again for the first time in a long time. Yeah. And just to see how it all came together. And the first scene where they do meet in the pub, it's a great scene.
The usual. She's dressed up like a tart.
Yes.
And he thinks... He doesn't know she's a policewoman. But I like seeing 70s, 80s TV shows and films from London and stuff, because they're like, there's two cars like a mile apart. It's just, we're going to get through all this traffic. And I think, well, good luck with that today.
Yeah, I do like seeing that sort of thing. Just seeing the cars and the fashion, and it's a nice time capsule, and it's a good way to sort of look back and go, man, that's how it used to look. Yeah. Just seeing all the Rover SD1s and Austin Allegro, Ford Granadas and all that, classic cars,
she is. Yeah, she does have short hair, which was unusual for the time.
Yeah, there was that sort of resemblance. The other resemblance I'm seeing, she does remind me a lot of Hayley Atwell, who played Peggy Carter.
Yes, I definitely see that.
There is a resemblance there, even though it's blonde hair, but with the sort of upper class accent, and the resemblance is kind of there as well. So
there is, definitely around the eyes,
yeah.
And well, while we're at it, what's her full name in the TV show?
I know it's Harriet Makepeace, but I can't remember if there was a middle name or anything, or a second name or a third name.
Lady Harriet Alexandria Charlotte Makepeace.
Say that when you're drunk.
Yeah. No, I can barely say it now. Well.
Yeah.
See, Franz remembers toy cars too.
Hey.
Got a few of them. Jerry Hill was another. Was he mentioned? I can't remember. Who crossed over from Dempsey to London's Burning. Another massive hit. Because when you go through the makers of it, a lot of them have passed away because they were probably in their 40s when it came out.
Yeah, a lot of seasoned guys at that point. No sort of new blood coming in for behind the scenes. They're all old school directors, writers, producers, and all that stuff. And yeah, they're probably all gone now.
Nos says, "Hey, good evening, Nos." We're just
hey, Nos, how you doing?
With StreamYard not allowing emojis. So hey, Nos. Right, where do we go? Have you ever seen Brannigan with John Wayne?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Tough New York cop John Wayne comes to London and teams up with a posh British person to solve a crime that's been committed.
Because the only sort of cop film I know John Wayne is McHugh. That's the only other one I know.
Yes.
I didn't know about
it's like that, but he's a lot more. He's not as well in this one. Okay. But yeah, he comes to London, and then is it Richard Attenborough is the other cop who teams up with him. There is a punch up in a bar in London. There's a bar fight, and it's on the poster. If you look at the painted poster, there's a poster of the bar fight with him and Richard Attenborough in this bar fight as the poster.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to try and find that.
It is worth watching. It is entertaining as hell. Just seeing John Wayne in London trying to track down. Damn, I forget who the bad guy is because he's a bad guy in everything in the 70s and stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Where are we? Yeah, there you go. He was in Terminator and Buffy. Yeah, he's the one that gets shafted. The one episode that sticks out with the first run was Cry God for Harry about precious stones being nicked from the country estate. Is that the what's the green stuff called?
Oh well,
jade.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I remember the most as well. There's two. That one where they sneaking around the mansion at night and it's all sorts of stuff and swords coming through doors, which is used in the opening titles.
Yeah, we get the sword fights at the end, and it was almost that same genre as like the classic whodunit, in an old house.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was a whodunit. There's murders happening, and it's Agatha Christie style, big house and stuff like that. But yeah. That's a good one. I think is that the first time Dempsey comes to find out how rich she is and how posh she is.
Yes, that's when she sees her father and other family members and realise they're all aristocratic. They're all very upper class and very nicely spoken. And he's kind of taking. Yeah.
All right, take care, Sean. Good night. Good. Yes, Rob has unfortunately had Rob's vintage video has been hacked on Instagram and had to start his account.
I did see that. Yeah, I'll have to follow that new one. Yeah.
The Equalizer's here.
Hey, Bob.
So, he was the Englishman in New York, and now we have the New Yorker in England. So
yeah. Or as Spy Kings used to call him, where's Yankee Doodle Dandy?
It's that Spy Kings is a hell of a character. He is awesome. He's pissed off in everything.
Yeah, it's very rarely do you see him smile or cheer. He's always very gruff, very sort of by the book, and always angry. And he was that sort of tough boss that they needed. And Ray Smith was he was a good choice for that. And it's a shame he passed away too young. I think he didn't long after the show ended. Yeah, it was
a shame because he was chewing gum and give me that cannon and don't shoot anyone.
Yeah,
or you could have shot the first one, but just left the other three wounded.
Yeah. Or if you get to the remains of an action scene, you were like, Dempsey! This is not bloody Chicago, Dempsey. This is London.
Yeah, because in the first few episodes, he's always trying to get the gun off him, but then he sort of gives up.
You know what? Yeah, just keep it. Just don't shoot anyone. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's always all about how he's shooting someone. Brannigan is an odd one in the John Wayne canon. Yeah, he was very ill apparently at the time he made it, but it's fun as hell watching him being in London. The video collection was the first company in the UK to release Dempsey and Makepeace for the UK retail market back in '86, and then London Weekend Television had their own rental label through Thorn EMI. There you go.
Yes, there were quite a few VHS releases over the years. I think before DVD came in, a lot of them were available. I think there was 2 episodes per tape on a lot of them. I do remember seeing some of them at EUK when I used to work there. And I don't know how popular they were, but I do recall some VHS releases over the years before the DVD.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it, but
yeah,
I wasn't looking. Oh, you've not seen that one? Oh, still have to see it. Oh dear, come on, Jeff. See, I'm not a fan of. Well, I don't watch John Wayne westerns, but I like Brannigan and McEwen. Present day stuff he does.
Yeah.
The London bar fight is weird because it looks like a Western saloon for some reason. Yeah, they definitely made it look like a Western saloon just for the fight. Yeah, makes sense for Wayne. Hang on. Hang on, how are we getting on? That's my fault. Bringing up John Wayne. Elmer Bernstein. Q. It's been a while since I've seen that. Spooky lighting. It's above, it's spooky. If it's above you, it's romantic. If it's facing up, it's spooky.
It's just your standard lighting system. Nothing special. I mean, I could change the filter if you want me to.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I definitely think Brannigan was an influence.
Could have been, yeah.
There's just the opposite. He's more the Western guy.
Yeah.
Right. So we had 4 main actors in the show in every episode. Can you name them?
Well, obviously, it was Michael and Glynis, and then you had Ray at Spikings, and then there was the other guy in the office who played...
who did all the work.
He was never in the field that much. He was constantly stuck in the office doing all the handiwork. It was Chaz Jarvis, wasn't it? Yeah. Chaz. Yeah.
Great. Tony Asoba. But I don't know if you saw it in season 3. He gets married.
Yes, he does. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's really weird. It doesn't really make any sense. It's like a background situation where they're going to the wedding.
Yeah.
And then a bank robbery happens. They have to go off to do it. And Chaz is waiting. But then the woman turned him down or didn't turn up for the wedding. And then a few weeks later, just at the end of the episode, she does turn up and they have the wedding. But we don't see any of it.
Yeah. But yeah, he was kind of like the unsung, sidekick that just had to sort of do all the office work and didn't get really much to do in the field. But yeah. But they were pretty much the 4 main leads, weren't they? Over.
Yeah. I was trying to think of any other character apart from her father. Appeared in a few episodes. There wasn't anyone else that was really recurring.
I mean, the only sort of main one was Nick Brimble, who played Keith Lyman, who was the bad guy at the end of the the second series. And he becomes sort of Dempsey's sort of, yin to yang sort of thing. And then he comes back to the series. Yeah. And he was sort of a good, he only did 2 episodes, but he was kind of like that sort of balance between good guy and bad guy. Because as you know, Nick was John Little in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Gosh, yes. When I saw the episode, I was like, who is that? But yeah, he doesn't have a beard and a massive hair.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
If he just said, can you toss spots, could just all sod off. It was like, oh, it's him. But yeah, he doesn't have the big bushy beard and the big bushy hair. So yeah, but that was like one actor that was recurring. And obviously, he's mentioned in the first episode. He doesn't come in until the start of the 3rd series. Was Bruce Boher, who plays Coltrane.
Yeah, they look like.
Yeah.
He could disappear. I don't. Because did you watch the last episode?
I have. I haven't watched it recently, but I have seen it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Brandon directed it because that was unusual for actors to direct episodes of TV shows back then.
It was.
They gave him the last episode of the last season, just for the sake of it, to shut him up.
That's it.
But yeah, and then it sort of wraps up his story. So there's no real reason for him to stay in London.
Not really, no. It kind of sort of ends, with some sort of conclusion, some sort of closure. I mean, they could have carried on working together, or maybe he did go back to New York. Who knows? But even though that the runtime is quite short on this, I actually do like that. It's just 3 series and just 30 episodes. It's a quick watch, bish, bash, bosh, job done. Didn't linger on for too much longer and didn't get stale. And again, a lot of shows could learn from that. Seriously.
Yeah, and on a high.
Yeah. Yeah, it did feel, just a sort of minor conclusion, nothing concrete, but, good enough to, finish it off if that was the end. So, yeah.
Yeah. Because, it looked like they were both quitting but then right at the last second, she picks up the mic and calls it in.
That's it, yeah.
Because how many episodes does someone end up in the Thames?
So say again, how many episodes?
Episodes does someone end up in the Thames? There seems to be every other episode, either a car or someone ends up in the Thames.
Those poor stunt guys, they must have got tired by going into the Thames. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. Quite a few stunts, have to say. There were a few falls and, a few sort of jumping off buildings and all that. And looks impressive. Yeah, looks great.
It does, yeah. Like you said, some poor sod is diving in the Thames at least twice.
Yeah, probably in the middle of January or February. And, oh, God, I can't even imagine how.
Yeah. Bless them. They probably didn't have the wetsuits on or anything.
Who knows?
To keep them warm, but yeah, it would have been freezing. Yeah, because I don't know. It was on your documentary? They talk about a stunt where there's a big explosion, and the two of them were supposed to be in it at the beginning, explosion, and then the crew were half a mile away with a perspex cover in front of them, and they said, "Why are you back there?" And then they said,
"Yeah." They did mention that. Oh my God! I mean, yeah, it's insane.
But yeah,
this was the time when they were still blowing stuff up on location and in camera, and it looks amazing. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, there's so many explosions in this and shooting.
It looks great. It looks so good.
Apparently, because Dempsey was always shooting people, the focus pullers and that always got hit with the waste from the charge from the blanks.
That's it, yeah.
But in this stunt, they didn't. The actors decided to sit it out and sit in the caravan while they filmed the explosion.
That's it, yeah.
And it rocked the caravan. It was so big, so they probably would have been killed if they were in front of it.
Yeah, and they also said that they would always try and do like all the stunt stuff, over a few days. They would like get all the acting in, get all the dialogue done, and then other days would just be like driving, running, jumping off this, doing that, doing the roles and all that. And so they did separate the schedule for doing acting and then doing on location stunts and all that. So yeah, sounds like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, they were a bit nervous. Is it the first episode where the car crusher, or the second episode technically, where the car crusher is used? Yeah, so they're in a car crusher and it's going, and the actors are in a car crusher, which
pretty much
I would not be in.
No,
because it was close.
It was. It did look close. Yes,
it would not be allowed now.
No, definitely not. No, definitely not.
They were real actors in a real car crusher.
No chance.
After being lifted, I think you see them in the car being lifted as well before they.
You do, yes.
Bless them. Let's see. Brannigan had a decent score by Dominic Frontier. The main theme is terrific. Yeah, I do. I do that. I should do a Brannigan watch party. It's so funny. A lot of shows could learn from that. Yeah. End on a high.
Definitely.
Yes, I did see that. Glenn Sparble was in a horror film with Anthony Perkins called Edge of Sanity. I think she's Mrs. Jekyll.
Okay, I haven't seen that. I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's a weird one because it is Jekyll and Hyde, but it's not called Jekyll and Hyde for some reason. It's to keep you guessing. But what's the other one she was in? Tales of Unexpected. The Wicked Lady, with directed by Michael Winner. Blake 7, 14 episodes, like you said. But yeah, she has done a lot. I did not realize.
Yeah, sort of just minor roles in television. Maybe stuff that not everyone watches, or stuff that we don't watch all the time. But it's just she carried on working. Maybe just not as popular as this was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she turned up in all sorts of dramas.
Yeah.
There you go. The box set is going 90 quid.
My God!
Quick, sell yours. Make it. No, you watched it.
But there was a re-release in 20.
No, they should. Well done, France. Sold
90 quid
for that man.
Not off. Jeez.
It's good, but I wouldn't pay 90 quid for it.
No, never. Oh, God.
Scalpers. Right, where do we get to? So, yes, is it lieutenant or lieutenant?
It's lieutenant, babe.
I'm not sure what the hierarchy is for either side, but in the police,
they still call him lieutenant. Even though he emphasizes no, it's lieutenant. But it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, that happens a lot in crossover films, doesn't it? It's one word that's completely different. I do like the way she has a tie in a lot of episodes. She's like in a shirt and a blouse and tie.
Yeah, it's not often you see a lady wear that sort of attire because it's normally, you don't normally see that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like everything, but yeah, she has a tie in a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's have a look. List of guest stars.
Yes.
There's quite a few old hats.
Yeah, as we mentioned, what was his name again?
Nick Brimble.
Yeah, we mentioned Nick Brimble. Yes, he was like main. Christopher Ellison. He was Burnside in The Bill. He was a baddie in one episode. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian Croucher, who was Harry the Bastard in Bottom, he showed up again.
He's in everything.
He is in everything. Exactly. Yeah. Right, I've got the list. Just who else? Jill St. John. Yeah, Bondville. Yep. Yes.
Yes, I did think that.
Caroline Bliss. Oh, hello.
Keep it clean. We're talking about this show. Dempsey and Makepeace.
Where's the cars in there?
They're very old cars. Right, go on. Are you going? Yeah. Right. So yeah, Jill St. John. Which Bond film was he? Diamonds Forever?
Yes, she was, yes.
Yeah.
Caroline Bliss, Moneypenny from the Dalton films. She was in one episode.
I missed that one. Yeah. I didn't recognize her name.
Yeah. Bruce Bower, who was Coltrane, he was in Empire Strikes Back and he was in 40 Towers as the angry American. Yeah.
Oh, of course he was. I see it now, yeah.
Yeah. Susie Quattro, she was in one.
Oh, yes, yeah. That's the one. Another one I remember. It's because I remember that one more because I didn't like it as much because it's the stalker character.
Psycho. Yeah.
Psycho hose bitch.
Yeah, so yeah. You had Billy Murray. He's been in every soap. He was in EastEnders. He's been a gangster in loads of stuff. Yeah. Just going through because a lot of these you go through IMDb, but none of them have profile pictures, so it's hard to.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to know by their names.
Elizabeth Sladen, she was in one episode. Sarah Jane from Doctor Who. Yeah. Milton Johns, he was in Star Wars from the looks of it. Clive Mantle, he was one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in Bottom. He was in Casualty. Yeah, he's the big guy. Yeah. Yeah. Just looking.
Oh no, actually not. I got Dudley Sutton from Lovejoy.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes, yeah.
Kate O'Mara from was it Howard's End? No, the other one.
Howard's Way? Was it Howard's Way?
Howard's Way, yes.
That's it, yeah.
Amanda Pays. No, she was since she's the British girl that's always in American films, like the TV show The Flash. Was Amanda Pays, I believe.
Okay.
Carl Howman, who was I guess he did a lot more comedies and stuff.
Yeah. Edward Peel, he was in one. He's been in everything.
And Don Henderson.
Yes.
From Boone.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Michael Robbins I put down, but I can't remember who he is. Oh, I think isn't he from On the Buses? The brother-in-law.
I think so. Yeah.
What you're watching?
Nothing. We're just see that they're saying hello to you here. Now you're gone. See? Hello, young Gareth.
Hello,
Gareth. Now go.
But Mummy wants to know what you're watching.
I'm not watching anything. There you go. Not tonight. Punk. Knock on my door and run away. Hang on. She was in a soap called Night and Day. I only watched it for her, of course.
Yes, I do remember that, and that's the reason I did watch it. Yes, Bob. Yeah. ITV Night and Day. Yeah, I think that was a very brief daytime soap. I think she did, and I think that was like one of the big comebacks that she had because she hadn't acted for a while up until that point. And I remember seeing it. I go, oh, it's Harriet Makepeace, and I thought, yeah, I'm watching that. So yeah, there was definitely that one. Just looking at any other names. Yeah. Gregory Cox, he's been in everything. Neville Jason, he's done loads of British shows. Linda Regan, seen her in multiple stuff, multiple soaps. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna get smacked.
Everything okay?
Right. Yeah, I'm back again. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't notice Miss Moneypenny from the Dalton films.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did have nothing to do in those, is she?
Yeah. You had a very young Nicola Stapleton. She was in one. She was like she was only like maybe 4 or 5 years old, and then she went on to do EastEnders. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Every other name I'm looking at.
There's a lot of no pictures at all, is there?
No, nothing. So.
Oh,
but yeah,
they were.
As Bob was just saying there, I do remember Glynis from Night and Day, that very brief ITV soap, and that was the reason I watched it, just because she was in it.
Sexist pigs.
Yeah.
They're in a Dennis Potter play made by the BBC. Potter quite liked Dempsey and Makepeace. I guess it's nothing as. I'm trying to think. What's the famous Dennis Potter show that was on in the 80s that was quite risque?
No idea.
It was very famous. The Singing Detective, I think it was.
Okay.
Hey, Landog, how are you? Nice to see you here. Yeah, talking about a British show, Dempsey and Makepeace. Although you can only see a bit of Makepeace. It's either make us very small or cover the picture. So I thought, cover the picture.
Yeah.
Caroline Bliss, she might be my favorite in terms of looks, though the others were better on the whole. Yeah, I think she could have done something if they gave her something to do.
Yeah, but 2 films wasn't enough. Yeah.
Bob was too busy making his own show to watch this. I think the Potter play was called Visitors. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be interesting to see them as together at that time as different characters. Yeah, she had literally zero to do in this. Oh,
yeah, unfortunately.
Jane.
Yeah.
Cool. And as soon as you click it, it jumps. There we go. Right. Also lipstick on your collar with Louise Germain. There we go. I remember that one. Yeah. Barry Manilow collection. Yeah, at least she had one memorable joke.
Yes.
So yes, at the time of production, this was the most expensive series produced primarily for British primetime television, although it was made with an eye on trying to sell it to a US TV network. Now, did it ever go to America? I don't think there's any Americans in the chat, apart from Len Dog, but...
Michael did mention it. Michael did mention it in one interview, saying that, it did reach America. I don't know how popular it was, but I think it was like a deal that LWT had. They can sell it off to other networks overseas, and I'm guessing it got some runs over there, but I don't know how successful it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting to see if anyone has actually seen it. I do like it because of the old cars, like the ones I got there, plus the good old Rovers that they used.
The good old Rover SD1. Yeah. Anytime I think of a police car, that always comes to mind. That's the first police car I always think of, the Rover SD1. And there's that great shot in the intro where you see one like literally jumping over some ravine and it goes crashing down and it explodes. And it's a great shot. Yeah.
They could shift back then as well.
They could, They got like massive V8 engines in them, and what a car. Yeah, great car.
Yeah,
great police car.
Only left. Let's have a look on Auto Trader. We'll do one up.
Yeah, and it wasn't even cars as well. Like even lorries got in on the act. Sometimes they blew a few of them up as well and crashed a few of them. So
nothing was spared, was it?
No.
Because even in the opening titles, you could see Brandon doing stunts like jumping over stuff and landing on things and.
To his credit, to his credit, there was a bit of stunt work that he did, like the rolls, even though it's very minor, but it still takes a bit of guts to do that, and it's not easy. And looks like they both stuck in. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think even in the first episode where you see Makepeace jump onto the helicopter on top of that building. I think her stunt woman, did a good job with that. So yeah, there
was plenty of action, 80s style action in this TV show. If anyone's not seen it, it's not. There's not. See, Vinny's here. Hello, Vinny. He watched this back in the Saturdays on London Weekend Television in 1985. Exactly. Welcome, Vinny. But yeah, it was nothing came close to it, did it? British action since. Was it the last one? They tried to revive The Professionals in the 90s, didn't they?
Yeah, there was that revision with Edward Woodward in '99, but again, that wasn't even on ITV, that one. So yeah, I mean, the only other sort of shows I could think of that had this level of action. I remember there was a few in the '90s. I don't know whether it was which Task Force series was it? I think it was called The Knock. I think it was called. That had quite a bit of action in it. I remember. And I think there was another one called Thief Takers, which was another sort of secret police organization that would go after big criminals, and there'd be a lot of cars and fights and whatever. But again, memory's very vague on that. But in terms of pure action, there's really not much else. I mean, because this was really the core of the show. Like the action was one of the highlights every week. There was at least a big stunt in each episode.
Yes, it definitely was. Car chase, explosion, jumping, crashing. Something's going on. There wasn't very like most stuff today. They'd have stuff, drama behind the scenes in their private life and stuff like that. But there's none of that in this.
Not really, no. Even some of the quieter episodes where there isn't much action, there's still at least something in there to keep you entertained. I mean, they even did some skydiving as well, where Makepeace gets stuck in the plane, and Michael falls out with Harry the Bastard, and there was that sort of. I should call him Brian Croucher, but he's Harry the Bastard. That's who he is.
He is Harry the Bastard. Everyone knows him as Harry the Bastard. Who? See, exactly. Everyone, all the lads, always watched it because of Makepeace.
We all did, yeah. Even at 5, I can see the beauty. Yeah. I knew I liked women when I saw Glennis Barber. Yeah.
You picked a lane. There you go. Let's move us over there for a bit.
Yeah.
So we can see both of them properly.
Yeah.
But there we go. But yeah, because how old was she back then?
She was 29 or 30, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was actually about 10 years older than her. So I think there's a 10-year gap between them. Yeah. Yeah.
I did think that. Yeah. She was born in 1955 in South Africa.
Yeah.
No one say it. No one do any quotes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go. Spencer with Jimmy Nail was a good one in the 90s. Yes.
Oh, Spencer. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, my mum used to watch that. I think because she fancied Jimmy Nail. But yeah, I do remember some episodes of that. Yeah, Spender. I haven't seen that in ages. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few fights and chases in there as well. Shoestring was in the 80s, but he was in Bristol. He didn't actually do much action.
Yeah.
And then Bergerac was in Jersey. Not doing much action either.
Don't really know.
Heck's sake. Jeff.
Someone
be nice if you weren't a member.
Someone had to say it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, isn't it? But yeah. Because Dempsey and his bloody gun, he uses it for everything. There's one episode where he gets clamped in his car and he shoots the clamps off because they need it to get out of there quick. Like posh side of London, and he's shooting the padlocks off clamps.
I know.
No one reports it.
Yeah. Because also in the main interview on the DVD, like Michael still has that gun.
Yes, I did see that. It was gifted to him.
Yeah. And it's been sort of, locked in so it can't be used ever again. But it's the same one that he had on set. And he's still got it. So as a nice memento, they gave it to him. Yeah.
Because what is it? Is it it's not a Magnum, is it?
I have no idea. It's a big 6-shooter that looks cool. That's
it's a big gun. We're British. Dempsey and Makepeace. Because what's it? Is it season 2, the episode where she gets drunk and then she thinks they had sex,
but they didn't.
Milking it.
Yeah, milking it and thinking that everyone in the office is talking about it.
He's all coming, all happy, and she's hungover.
Yeah, but then it turns out no, he just helped her to bed, and she may have done a few silly things like stepped outside and spoken to the car, or spoken to the milk man. But no, they didn't do it. No,
Right, hang on. It does mention the gun here. Here's a Colt Python.
Okay,
looks like it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He uses his gun of choice.
Yeah.
And she carries. Well, she's used it in a few scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a 357 Magnum.
Okay.
Snub nosed. Is that what she's got? But yeah, there's a whole website about the guns they got.
Oh, really?
Because even Ray Smith buys his service revolver.
Yeah.
In the Wheelmen.
Mm-hmm.
But here we go.
Yeah. Also, going back to the locations, they did actually film at Heathrow Airport for one episode. Yeah. Which was surprising, considering,
Of course. You know it well.
Yeah.
I bet you say, I know that place.
And again, it's vastly changed since 1985. But, just looking at the footage and even the interiors, I know that area. It doesn't look like that now, but that's that area. I know it. And quite a big deal to sort of film at the airport. I'm surprised that was allowed. But again, this would have been, before, Lockerbie.
Yeah, before any issues with security.
Sure thing, yeah. I think the Airside Act had only been in place for like about a year, I think. So, they would have let that through. And also, there's a section on the M4, which is literally up the road from where I am, where you see the Mercedes drive past, then you see the sign for Heathrow. I literally drive on that part on the M4 most days. So it was literally just around the corner from where I am right now.
You'll have to do a comparison shot then and now.
I'll have to step out
without crashing.
I don't know how I can get onto that side of the motorway. Because
no, I don't want you risking anything.
There's so much open land that you can't get to, so I can't recreate the shots. But the bridge that he goes under, yes, I've gone over that bridge multiple times. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah.
Alan Parker's score or main thing is pretty punchy. Thank God George 3 was behind him back then. Oh, it was the same guy, was it? But yeah.
It is a good theme. I do like the theme a lot. It's very iconic, and it's one of many great ones from the 80s. If there's one thing all these shows had, great theme music, that's what you need. It's a quintessential part of any show to get you in the mood. And you need that high-pitched intro to, really get you in the mood. And it's one of the best. It's a good theme.
Yeah.
I love it.
On your DVD, do they have the advert breaks with the titles?
They do. Yes, they're all there.
The music kicks in, stops, then the music kicks in, stops, then this episode continues. Yeah.
They're all intact, yes. And like I said, ITVX doesn't have them. They're gone. Yeah. So, because that's why I filmed the Instagram story. That's where I got it from the DVD. So, yeah. But it's nice they're still intact on there, because they could have easily been taken off for whatever reason. But no, they're still intact on the DVD. So gives it a little bit more of authenticity. Yeah. It does help. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a hell of a theme.
Yeah. Couldn't
get a better one for a TV. Don't start friends on the bottom jokes. Quotes. Now listen, Ted, I still have a photograph of you, a Chippendale and this industrial size drum of Swarvega.
Have you now? I'll give you 5 quid now. Piss off.
Yeah. Now you've started something. Oh, the gentle touch, yes. And then that evolved into Cat's Eyes, because Cat's Eyes was it? What's the name of Gentle Touch? Jill Gascoigne?
Yes, I think so.
And then Cat's Eyes was a spin-off or a sequel, but then it had the blonde bit from Men Behaving Badly before she went.
Oh, Leslie Ash?
Ruined her face, yes.
Yes.
Because her sister was in Rosie Dixon Night Nurse, which was like a saucy 70s sex comedy. There was a lot of trailers of it on VHS back in the day. And it looked very interesting, but the actual film is rubbish. Oh, Chancer with Clive Owen. I remember that back in the day, but yeah, I don't think I watched many of it. Yeah, because I
can't say.
I don't think it's too serious. Sorry, not too serious.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in action. The Chinese Detective, yes, David Yip was in that. I remember he was Indy's Companion, Temple of Doom at the beginning. Gets taken out straight away. But yeah, I remember it being on. I remember watching it, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about it apart from David Yip was in it.
No, I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Yeah, because I know he mentions it on the View to a Kill documentary. He was doing that, and then he did a View to a Kill.
Yeah.
Not after, yeah. So yeah, I've only heard of it. Yeah, never seen it.
Yeah, because he's got a very small part on the docks.
Yes,
as a fishmonger, isn't he?
That's it.
I think Network released Chancer. It probably is pretty good. I might have to check it out as well if I can find it.
Yeah, there's probably still a lot of network titles that are still unbought. You know, I've seen a few in HMV still. There's a lot of other shows from them. Yeah, still hanging around in the television section. I mean, not all the stores have them, but if you go to any larger ones, they've still got a bit of backlog from network. So it's just a question of do they have it or not?
Yeah. See, I think the 357 is what he's holding in the pick. The gun, Rogue Cops using Magnum Force. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shiny gun. There you go.
Oh yes.
That's what I know it as. Oh, I'm covering you up. This look is not good. I'll have to go back. You have to go away.
Okay.
There we go. Because if you customize the screens, it loses the jump ability for the comments.
Oh, okay, right.
So, never saw The Chinese Detective. Did BBC ever repeat it? I first heard about that show during a View to Kill commentary. I remember it late night BBC One, but I was probably watching Starsky and Hutch.
Okay.
And then, yes, I think most of it was filmed there because it was a wasteland and anything went, I guess.
Yeah, if there was any sort of, drug deals going down, money deals going down, just go to a desolate area and that will do. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they had a few warehouses still standing they could blow up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was plenty of stuff that was, destroyed and blown up, and it was a great place to film because it was so wide open space at that point. You could pretty much do anything you wanted out there. But now with it being done up with the Excel Center and Millennium Dome and all that stuff, good
luck trying to take a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd never be able to find out where they filmed, would you? Because it's just going to be they wasted it and just built towers on it, so you wouldn't be able to judge even from the opposite side of the Thames.
Yeah.
But something like so. Yeah, it was definitely fun. Did you see the episode with the JCB fight?
Yes.
Do you remember that one? That's an amazing stunt with JCBs. He gets knocked down, uses the bucket to push himself back upright, and then
that's it.
Comes in for the attack.
Yeah, it was innovative. It
was very clever.
Yep.
I don't think the stunt coordinator's with us anymore, so I'm getting in touch about that. But 2 Entertainment released the first season of The Chinese Detective on DVD, but no other series followed due to contractual issues. I only have the first season. Yeah, I keep calling it season. Sorry, English people. It's series.
Yeah.
I know Mike gets upset when I do that. She was hot back in the day and even today. Well, yeah. What did I say? 55. What's the math on that?
She literally turned 68 last month. Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
And she's still
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone's off Googling her. Keep it clean. But yes,
she is aging like fine wine. And
so she was like 30 in this.
Yeah.
31 when they filmed it, probably. Then I think.
Yeah, and even Michael's looking good for his age. He's nearly 80, so he
still looks good.
Yeah. I wouldn't think he was this age. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The only revealing stuff she wears is the first episode when she's the tart in the bar.
Yeah.
And then
in the mansion episode as well, like she's got a few dresses on in that. But pretty much everything else, it's the standard, jeans and blouses and
the
ties and all that.
No
but
bikini or anything in any episode.
There's no beaches in London, so you're not going to see
the Thames. No, they have indoor pools.
No spa.
But yeah, they didn't need to sexualize her in any way.
No, I don't recall any bikini shots in that. No, and I guess that probably because London wasn't the place for them. So yeah.
I think the only episode. Yeah, when she swaps dresses with that other person because Michael Dempsey likes the dress. It's a bit of a low back one.
That's do the switcheroo to the cross dresser. Yeah. Again, which finishes with another great stunt with a Rolls Royce near Tower Bridge. Yeah, they do a few there. Yeah, good seeing that one.
Yeah, how many Rolls Royces did they destroy in this series? That was their car of choice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I do recall maybe 1 or 2 being destroyed. Yeah, unless they were bangers that were no good and they just.
I guess they probably would just. Ones they could break, but in the final episode, he reverses. I think it's rolls off the pier into the Thames as they want to do.
That's it. Yeah.
Here we go. I remember my mum watching Prisoner Cell Block H on ITV around the same time Dempsey and Makepeace was on. Prisoner varied on ITV regions. Yes, in Wales it was after the news.
Yeah, I remember that being on
earlier than that.
Yeah, I remember that being on very, very late because I used to tape a lot of IndyCar races in the 90s when Mansell was doing it. And any recording that overran, I would always catch an episode of Cell Block H before it or after it. Yeah, around that time. Yeah.
I used to turn that off as soon as the whistling started and the gates shut. I thought, no, not watching this.
Yeah.
There's no shower scenes. And thank God. Some of them. But not up to the usual standard.
No.
There you go. Oh, is this? It's been shown on ITV at the moment, but it's cut to bits for daytime. It's TV, daytime TV, ridiculous. Yeah, same with The Professionals. Yeah, I did wonder why they put those shows. I know they're quite tame, but there's still a few bits.
Yeah, even watching the episodes again, there's a few blood shots and there's a few, bits of swearing as well. But yeah, as I said, I did check the episodes on ITVX, and they are edited. I'm afraid. So yeah, I'm surprised they're not allowing them, particularly on the streaming service. You think they would allow them to be uncut, but very odd choice. I don't know why. Yeah, very strange. I don't know why, but as I said, the only way to see them uncut is on that DVD behind me. That's the only way I know those prints are available. Whether or not those are the same ones they showed on Granada Plus back in the day, I don't know because I can't recall. Yeah,
it'd be tricky you'd have to find a VHS.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, you could compare the VHS releases, but again, I don't have any of them, so can't do. I'll do that work. Yeah,
I didn't see them because they must be quite expensive. Because I only went up to about 20 quid, so they're probably quite rare.
Yeah, a few of them appear to be on eBay. They are available through some sellers, but they're all reasonably priced, I guess.
Who'd watch a VHS anyway when you got the DVD?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think everyone went to Prisoner Cell Block because of their mum. Yeah. No, I said that mine didn't like it.
No, my mum never watched it. She only watched.
She was never that late, so she maybe never saw it. But
yeah, she only watched Sons and Daughters. That was the only Australian thing she used to watch.
We did have Neighbours on, and occasionally Home and Away, but when Kylie was in it. Right, where are we? I think because there's very little trivia about the film, TV show.
There's not much. No, I mean only what we've revealed. Only what we revealed in the interviews that are available. But there's not really much in terms of production or the usual stuff. Yeah, so and so was supposed to do this, or there wasn't anyone else lined up for the roles. Yeah, that hasn't really been discussed. Like, was there anyone else going to be Dempsey or Makepeace? Any other actors that would link to it? They haven't really. Information about that. Yeah, I haven't found anything.
No, I just saw nothing. Yeah, there's nothing about the casting or anything. Not even about how they got these two. There's no details anywhere on the internet.
No, and from the interviews that are on the DVD, there's nothing of them talk about the audition process. They basically just talk about the show, and that's it. They don't really talk about how they role, did they audition, who else was up for it. No, there's nothing about that. So I know.
Yeah, it's just that one episode with Kate O'Mara, Dempsey's partner, for one episode.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Oh, look. He's never mentioned it, but he still has the complete collection on DVD.
They have all been released in separate box sets, and I think there's a lot of them. Yeah, I've seen some.
It went on a long time, and there was a lot of episodes per season.
Yes, yeah.
I'm working on that download still. That's the trouble with a massive series that isn't that popular with the sort of people that would download it.
Yeah.
Or share it.
Yeah. This did also show that the good dynamic between having one leading man and one leading lady. It's a formula that works really well because we've got it in this. It worked with X-Files later on, and it worked with Warehouse 13 as well.
Yeah.
I can't think of another show where we have the good leading man and the good leading lady. It's a formula that hasn't been used recently for a lot of shows. I can't think of any recent ones.
Well, they tried it with Magnum, but then they got them together, so that's ruined that.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't get together until the very last episode or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's and it has to be the very, because I think because New Magnum came out in 2018, has now moved to a different channel, so I think that's when they got together for this new season.
Okay.
It certainly ruins it. Because I don't expect old season series Magnum to get together with Higgins, but
yeah.
They didn't learn from Moonlighting.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before, that you weren't too happy when they got together. It just didn't really. The show wasn't really the same.
They didn't fight.
Yeah.
The whole fun of it. But there's cop show with man and a woman. I can't think of any others.
No.
No.
As I said, X-Files and Warehouse 13 are the only two that I can think of. Of recently.
Yeah.
Adopted that formula. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess X-Files got together as well. But then he disappeared.
Yes.
Right. So, have you got anything else? I am out of everything now.
Yeah, I did scout around to see if there was any more info, but I think we've covered pretty much most of the bases. And like we said at the start, I have really enjoyed watching it again. I'm surprised at how much it still holds up in terms of the performances, the stunts, and the stories.
Very exciting stuff.
A very easy watch, and not very hard to get through. And it's just the perfect 80s show that you can just possibly want. It's something that I crave, you crave, and everyone else watching us.
Yeah, everyone watching this would love it.
Stuff we love, and I can easily stick this on any time of the year, and I'll always have a good time. And it's just a good, fun 80s action show. Yeah,
I mean, it definitely is. Yeah, I concur.
Yeah.
But the one thing both of them are always asked is there going to be a reunion episode, or is the series coming back? And of course, no. Is the short answer.
Yeah, I think on that Richard and Judy interview, they do mention it even then, and that was back in 1997. And even then, they were kind of like, no, they were still like, no, we've moved on. We're doing other things now, and they've even back then, I think they've always said, no, just leave it as it is. Yeah, there's no need for a reunion.
Yeah,
no,
I don't know if Nick Brimble's still with us, but he's coming back as an old man out of prison.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if they did something like this in the early 90s, maybe it could have worked even then. But even then, I don't know if it would have been successful. But it's been far too long now, and just leave it as is. Yeah. And the sounds of it, both Glynis and Michael have moved on, and they're not even considering a comeback. They're just doing what they're doing now, and that's just other small roles here and there.
Yeah. I guess a reboot, it wouldn't work because the cost involved in filming in London now would just kill it.
It would do, yes. Yeah, I don't know how it would work now. It would be, it'd be very tough. Yeah, so much of London has changed, and it's so condensed and so much more crowded and congested. And as you said, the fees have gone up now, and I don't think it would be done. I don't think it would be done. No, I think a lot of it would be interiors. They would be some green screen and CGI, but they just would not be on location blowing stuff up. They just would not do it now. Yeah, it just wouldn't happen. Yeah,
CGI After Effect.
Yeah.
Right. So we got. Oh, the Magnum Blu-ray is way too expensive, is it? Yeah, I guess it's 7-8 seasons.
Something like that. Yeah, I've never upgraded to most of the Blu-rays for these 80 shows because they're just too bloody expensive. I mean,
yeah,
but they are. I mean, even if you look at the 18 one and the Knight Rider ones, they're like £85. I'm not paying that just to upgrade for No, just it's ridiculous. I mean, I think the Miami Vice one is still going for like £96 or something, and it's just like no. I got the DVD set for 20 quid. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Yeah.
So what else? Sapphire and Steel. I remember that one. That was weird. That one. Do you know that one?
No, I haven't heard of that. No.
Was it David McCallum and what's Patsy from Ab Fab?
Oh, Joanna Lumley.
Yes, So it's the 70s show with those two, and it's a weird science fantasy thing. I can't possibly remember anything about it, but I remember it was awesome.
Okay.
But it was weird as hell. I haven't watched it since. Yeah, Jeff's going to check Dempsey and Makepeace out. Yeah, definitely check, especially the pilot if it's free before you buy it.
Definitely, yeah. The pilot is even if it wasn't a series, that's a good standalone TV movie on its own.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the Avengers count? Well, yes. There's the Avengers, the New Avengers, wasn't there? And then 90s Avengers.
Yeah. I haven't seen that since.
I think I watched it once, about maybe 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Fran's going to be sitting by his post box now, waiting for the postman.
Yeah, you'll have a good time, friends. Definitely.
Yeah. 30 hours of entertainment you'll be having.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Them appeal. Yeah. Stop sexualizing women, Bronson. It's not nice. Oh, the Magnum box set's usually £130. There you go. Bargain now.
I mean, I know Blu-ray discs are more expensive, and but really, it's extortionate. It really, yeah.
At least go down and for a Christmas sale or something.
At least, or even for Black Friday, you think they would reduce it a bit, but no.
Yeah, just trying to get them off the shelves. They're just sitting there costing money, aren't they? Otherwise,
yeah. No, it's too much.
Oh yeah, that is a shame, isn't it? That a lot of the early Avengers stuff is white because play it once. No one's ever going to watch that again. But been it.
Oh really? I didn't know about that. Yeah, so.
I know some of the episodes are missing.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
I don't know how much.
Okay.
Same with Doctor Who and such. They have to animate episodes, don't they? When they got
just
the soundtrack.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Right. Unless there's anything you want to add to how wonderful this show was.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it. Yes, and if none of you have seen it, check it out. It's a forgotten 80s show that needs to be talked about more, and it just shows that us Brits can do action as well. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We can blow up any old car.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's 141. There you go. Down. Oh, it's gone up in price. Oh, I was going to say buy it while it's cheap, but no, it's gone up. Right. Anyway, thanks for Ben for joining me.
Yep.
We're gonna nothing in December, so we'll think of something for January then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and we've got Blue Thunder at the end of the month. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Hang on. So yeah. Oh, what's next? Yeah, nothing next month.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So we're having a rest. Although saying that.
Yeah.
Blue Thunder, the movie.
Yes.
Sorry.
The proper Blue Thunder, not the series.
The shoddy TV series we watched.
Yeah.
I can't see. Oh yeah. Oh, it's quite late in the month. 27th, Monday the 27th.
So you've got a couple of weeks yet. Yeah.
At 8 p.m. So yeah.
Yeah.
Some comments are coming in. I see that these network boxes are going up and up, especially the restorations of Jerry Anderson, the Persuaders, and the Professionals. I did enjoy the Persuaders. I watched that a few years ago.
Yeah.
They were a good team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Professionals is one of my favorites of the 70s. So yeah, next month we're on a break. We'll think of something for January.
Yeah.
The Saint. I was more of a fan of The Return of the Saint or whatever it was called with Ian Ogilvy. That was my era.
Okay, yeah.
Loved his Jag.
Jag.
But that's a good 70s action show too. But yeah, I haven't seen much of Moore's.
Yeah.
So yes, thanks for joining us, friends.
Yeah.
Good night, Bob.
If there's any other watch parties in December, I'm free for any of them. If there's any available, yeah.
I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do if Christmas films or not Christmas films yet.
Yeah,
but I'll let you know. So yeah, cheers, Bronson, for joining us. And I would have counted on Blue Network. It's not going to happen. Maybe. Still hope maybe someone will pick it up. All right. Thank you, everyone. Good night. I'll see you Monday for Smut Talk.